I can't believe you're a professional golfer. I think you should be working at the snack bar.
You better relax, Bob.
There is no way that you could have been as bad at hockey as you are at golf.
All right, let's go.
Oh! You like that, old man?
You want a piece of me?
I don't want a piece of you. I want the whole thing. Oh!
Now you're gonna get it, Bobby.
The price is wrong, bitch.
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough, bitch.
Let us rub.
Oh man, the corona can't stop, won't stop, but we keep going, don't we?
Yes, we do keep going. But you know what won't keep coming back? Oh, I'm sorry. There's no good way of going into it. I'm personally sad, bro.
I'm very sad.
I am actually sad. The XFL had a chance, a legit chance. It was going to work.
And because it couldn't get a TV deal.
Yeah, that was the X factor.
Ended. That's the X factor. Here's the funny thing. And before anybody asks, like, wait a minute, I thought it was on television. Yes, it's on television, but not a solid deal. Like, see, the NFL stamps everything. They make sure that it's on Fox, and Fox is like, hell yeah, we're proud to have this on our channel. CBS is proud to have it on the channel. XFL didn't have that type of deal. They had these deals that were, for a couple games. They was on the NFL Network. They was on Fox, Fox Sports 1. They was on Fox. They was on AB. They was on I don't know. They just didn't have a solid deal, and it's kind of funny. If it had the old deal that XFL had with NBC back in the day, it probably would have been fine.
Yeah, because
that
was the key. That was the key.
So you want to know?
Oh, go ahead.
So you want to know what? So you want to know what it really is? XFL has probably had more TV pilots than any other pilot for a show ever.
The difference is that the first iteration of XFL actually had a whole season before it was done.
Yeah, but it's the funny thing about that. That whole season was full of trash.
Yeah, this one was 4 to 5 games of actually pretty good football for the most part.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm referring to. I was referring to this season. I already knew about the one from NBC, but I was talking about this one. I'm like, yo, you guys had pilots. Y'all got passed around.
I mean, and the thing of it is, it was like a situation, or people don't know is, so Vince was pretty much using his part of the WWE stock to fund the XFL.
Mm-hmm.
And with the coronavirus...
And before anybody started going, that's actually been an open fact.
Yeah.
Everybody knew this back when Vince announced it 3 years ago, that some of his stock, not everybody else's stock. I'm pretty sure Shane probably put some of his stock into it. I wouldn't be surprised if Triple H didn't put some of his stock into it. But it wasn't like a secret like he was trying to keep from everybody. Everybody knew about Vince doing that shit.
And the thing of it is, it was like, since he put a part of it in there, and I mean, let's be real, the coronavirus, it ain't just the NFL. It's hit every big kind of like business that makes money. And unlike, say, AEW, which they, luckily for them, they got a TNT deal, they can still keep going, right?
Yeah.
Thing about the XFL is, since, like D said, they don't have a deal, they can't keep going. And while they're able to pay the players, quote unquote, through the end of the season, they had to make cuts elsewhere, i.e., laying off people.
And here's the funny thing: I give it up to Vince and the XFL. They paid the players off. You deserve to get the rest of your goddamn check. Because in the AAF, when they cut it off, Nobody got paid no more.
No check.
And there were niggas that were hurt last year that couldn't get paid, that had to pay it out their own pocket. It was terrible, man. It ruined lives, bro.
Yeah.
And at least they paid the players. And for some people, yeah, they got a shot to go to the NFL next year. But, yo, I feel bad for all the rest of them niggas because it was an open opportunity to shine. Just to get on the practice squad. And let's make it very clear. Just to get on a practice squad. None of these niggas was going to start for any team in the NFL.
Yeah.
This is for people that was trying to get a spot on the bench and people that was trying to be on the practice squad, bro. This wasn't made so I can be the next goddamn John Elway. That wasn't going to fucking happen, bro. But it was an open opportunity and it's gone. It sucks. Yeah. It sucks, man.
But meanwhile, lastly on the football news before we move on to the movie or the podcast, basically, the NFL draft has turned into a glorified Zoom conference.
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I don't know about the rest of y'all. That's funny to me.
Oh, it's very funny.
It's very funny to me seeing a lot of the news anchors, and some of the radio people get their ass kicked right now. And I say that because mainly it's the news people. Because of what thing? You know how niggas on the radio, Chris, always went on people that had their own podcast, and then like 3 years later they got their own podcast?
Yeah.
It's very funny to see people like, oh, that's YouTube, that's not real. Now everything looks like YouTube now, doesn't it? Yeah. Just an asshole in front of a camera. Nobody else.
I mean, I think the only person on radio that actually made the transition and stuff was Chad Dukes. That's only because he already had his own podcast. So at this point, it's like, whatever.
I think Chad just became a Chad about it. When he's like, oh, that's a podcast. Like, nigga, you got like 2 of them, dog. You got like 2 of them, Chad. I used to actually listen to his podcast. Chad was probably the first podcast I ever listened to. Him and Big O, when they had their own when they had their show. Big O and Dukes. I loved them, man. But even when Chad broke off to when he was first on WJFK by himself after they broke apart, I was still listening to his show. So when he started, I don't know what sparked him to get mad at it, but it was like 6 of y'all. Stacey got a fucking podcast, dog. What are y'all talking about?
I mean, now it's to a point that like even the Undisputed show turns into a podcast form after it's done. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it does. It does. It works for some shows. Like First Take amazingly First Take and Undisputed, they're fine. They're fine. Nick Carter is going. All the sports news analysts are going to be fine. It's just that what do you report on when there's no sports going on?
Yeah.
It gets very, very shallow. But I got one good question. We can go into the movie after this. And it's actually directed at Eris. It is a good question. You know how we always talk about how they're going to reopen the country and all the rest of that shit? I have a question for you. I have a good question for you. Okay, the NFL season is open. All right? The Ravens are going to have...
Wait. On time?
On time. Now, just go with it, and you want to get the question. It's going to open up on time. All right, and let's just keep it here locally here in Maryland. The Redskins are going to have their opening game against whomever. How many people do you let into that 90,000 seat stadium?
I can answer that question very easily. How many people you let in? It depends on how many people Larry Hogan is allowing to be let in.
Exactly.
Yep.
This is my only problem about it opening up, and the same thing goes for baseball. As much as I want baseball to open up, dog, I don't think it's going to happen because even if they get to go, how many people you think is going to be in those stadiums?
Yeah, it's going to be up to the states like it always is because, I mean, lightly political and stuff, as much as Trump is trying to push for it to open, a lot of these other states like, yeah, go fuck yourself. We ain't opening shit until it's safe.
Boy, you mean to tell me that Larry Hogan and one Sunday has to deal with the Redskins having a game down there in Landover, and then he has to deal with the Baltimore Ravens having a game that same day?
I mean, let's be real, guys.
You mean to tell me he's going to have a gathering and I'm just going to just lowball it. Let's just lowball it. Everybody's pressed to come outside type of number. he's going to have about close to 500,000 people walking around in both cities.
I mean, let's be real, guys. As we're recording this is on Easter weekend. Hogan already has to deal with a lot of churches wanting to have Easter Sunday, and he had to tell them no. And that's church.
So
that's black churches, black ass churches too.
See, this is why I laugh at the idea of the country being reopened so quick, because all the state governors are like, no. God, like, for the love of God, do you people want to stay alive?
Every governor,
stay home.
Every governor is banking on at least June, latest September, before there's anything talking of normalcy.
Exactly.
And guess what? Guess what though? And even if there is any sense of normalcy, it ain't going to be the same. This whole mess has systematically destroyed the entire year of 2020. I don't care how early it is or how the quote unquote worst is yet to come. The year as it stands is canceled completely.
Unless you're a fast food restaurant, you ain't posting up no goddamn profits.
No, you're not. And here's the funny thing. Much like Maryland, the state of California is looking at like, I'm sorry, what? You want us to open up on time?
Go fuck yourself.
Wait. Even if we do, how many people you think is going to be in LA going after those games? I know nobody wants to see the LA Rams anyway in LA, but I'm just saying, how many people you think the state of California is going to let into that fucking stadium to watch that game?
And folks, here's how serious it is. Disney looked at Dana White and told him, put the fucking kibosh on your fucking damn Mortal Kombat Allen UFC fight. That ain't happening.
Wow.
People want to be Shao Kahn so
and
fucking
Disney and
bad.
ESPN looked at him like, nigga, you are not going to fuck up our money doing that bullshit. No. Fuck you, no.
I'm like, let's just be real. And a couple people don't like it when I say this, and I don't give a fuck. But hey, yo, Dana, why don't you just look at your daddy, Vince McMahon? Sit your ass down, dog. You lost.
That's exactly what he did. He saw Vince pulled on a WrestleMania, even though it was taped, and he was like, man, I could do it too. And I'm like, okay. No. And that's on top of your fight. And that's on top of your fighters spread out. Habib is still in Russia.
Yep.
So he's trapped in Russia.
There are some. And then there are people, like I said, people can't leave the country like that. There are limited flights everywhere.
That was pretty much the Fire Festival for Dana right there. Like, I got an island. No, the fuck you don't.
This nigga said, I got an island. And the first thing I thought of was the Always Sunny theme song playing. And Dana White creates Patient Zero. That's all I thought. Because a part of me thought somebody's going to get COVID, but because a lot of niggas is busted open because of the fight, something else is going to happen. And then, you know what I mean?
Hey, you know who's going to... AD, and then some fucking crazy-ass twist, we come to find out, fucking John Bone Jones, fucking druggy ass, will be the fucking cure for it all.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Will do. And this is the whole point is this. I had to ask that question because it's ridiculous to think that the NFL is going to get the profit that they want. Oh, because you think even if the country is running again by September, and I still feel like I'm being generous when I say that. Let's just say even there's attendance will be dramatically down.
Yeah, that's what I kept saying. Even if you that's why I kept saying, even if you open everything, it's not gonna matter.
It's basically everybody trying to watch to see if it's safe, kind of like the monkey see, monkey do. Like, all right, we'll let these 10 people go in, and if they come back and they're fine, then I guess it's safe to go out, kind of thing. It's kind of like the person that's eating the food to make sure there's no poison in it and shit. So it's like, all right, they're good. We can go in now. You know, that kind of shit.
That's why that is why I say for anyone who's still trying to host events and all that stuff, like let's say you got an event that's supposed to be happening the next month that we do decide to reopen it as a country. Who's really trying to go to an event that holds several thousand people?
I mean, you'll get a good
considering.
chunk, but it ain't gonna
Now
be
hold
to the
on,
degree that it is.
wait, CJ, wait. Considering the country still has not done nationwide testing.
Oh no, I'm just saying. You have a lot of folks. I mean, let's be real. Let's throw.
Who's trying to risk it all?
No. But let's throw a number out there. Let's say for instance, we have an event that they might think 1,000 people are going to show up. You will get maybe 100 people total that will show up for that shit. That's it. That's all you're going to get. 100 out of 1,000. You're only going to get 100, and those are people that are the same people that right now, when they tell you to fucking quarantine yourself, they're still out there fucking walking around and shit at the tidal basin and shit. Those people and shit.
And don't forget your super fans, because super fans will turn into some motherfuckers. We'll turn into those.
So that's why I said you'll get That's what I said. You'll get 100 out of 1,000.
Real talk. To be honest with you, it makes for a better entertaining football because you know the people there at the game are super fans and the seats are going to be super cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And you know the fans come out. And I just got to be real. Hey, yo, Redskins fans, I'm going to say, turn it on, nigga. I'm going to be honest with you.
Let's see what happens.
Y'all want me to respect y'all? Have the bottom part of that bowl rocking. What do you mean everything is back to normal? What do you mean they can let everybody into the stadium? Oh, that's all they can fit. Got you. Yeah.
But
He always makes the Redskins. Look, despite the quarantine, Cowboys still take a piss right on y'all head every time.
Speaking of which, Adam Sandler, guys, I think we've talked briefly at length sometimes in terms of different movies about Adam Sandler and his illustrious career, as I say that.
You know what?
Happy Gilmore.
Adam Sandler is Adam Sandler. I picked Happy Gilmore because I wanted to do a comedy. I didn't want to do that, after we did Mighty Ducks, and I felt like I had nothing to say. Y'all motherfuckers, like, it was like a circle jerk, and I was like the cameraman, like, ugh. I didn't. I had no part in it. I'm just looking.
But Happy Gilmore is one of those movies that, like, the early Adam Sandler movies like this and Billy Madison and they were funny as hell movies. This was like goofy Adam Sandler when he was making those comedy tapes and shit and just being himself. I think he was on SNL, if I remember correctly, around this time, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I call Gooby Goo Adam Sandler. That type of Adam Sandler. But this is Adam Sandler is a sports fan himself. He's a big Knicks fan.
Mm-hmm.
He loves basketball. He's a big basketball fan. I never seen him at no football games or nothing like that. I know he likes hockey. I don't know who he likes.
But basketball is definitely, because that's kind of the basis of his recent movie Uncut Gems and stuff. So it perfectly and stuff. But in this movie, Happy Gilmore, which is famous for Adam fighting Bob Barker, or as DJ Sue said, Bob Barker stunt double.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely it's a stunt double.
Which won Best Fight at MTV Awards, and I was pretty happy about that because that still is the funniest shit ever.
That's the one thing I really remember about this movie achieving. That this was like, oh man, they're doing awards that the regular awards won't do. Yeah.
And then the MTV Awards just kind of devolved into shit.
I don't know what it is now.
It's just the MTV Awards and stuff now. It's not like the Video Music Awards, because they don't do Video Music Awards, guys. Come on now. It's just the awards.
The VMAs, they just exist.
Yeah, they're just awards now and stuff, which who knew that the BET Awards would be better than the VMAs? I would have never figured that would happen.
Actually, to be honest with you, I never, I did shit on BET.
We all did. Let's be real. We all did.
We all did.
But here's the fucking thing I forgot to realize. Wow, yeah, our predecessors in Generation X really made the Soul Train Awards a staple. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They made the Soul Train Awards a staple. That's a big thing. The fucking BET Awards have turned into the big show, and I gotta be real, awesome. It's a good. It's always a good show too. I give it up, man. It's awesome.
The one year Beyonce finally decided she wanted to show her face on the BET Awards. That's when they got big.
Finally. Then it started getting memed. And then there were big moments. And then there was like, black people just, we awesome, man.
but like this movie, I would genuinely say, this was actually a funny movie. The director, Dennis Dugan, he has done a lot of other movies for Adam Sandler. Actually, I think he's one of like the main directors under the Happy Madison Productions and stuff.
I thought he was I was going to say he's like the executive producer at this point because I know he was for God, that movie I kind of like, but I don't like with Kevin James and Chris Rock and all. They were like
Grown Ups.
Yeah, Grown Ups.
Yeah. I mean, one of the movies that I enjoyed of his before he did Happy Gilmore, Problem Child. I actually found that movie funny.
Oh, Problem Child, that's my movie.
That and Lowest of Low Keys. He did this one after Happy Gilmore. Beverly Hills Ninja.
Guys, I think I never told y'all. I never really seen that movie.
Beverly Hills Ninja?
Which one? Beverly Hills Ninja. Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
First of all, you had to watch that movie because that movie came out the year Chris Farley died.
Yep.
I know, but I never really saw the movie.
Yeah, it's a very
I've seen a lot of parts. I never watched it.
It's a very quick movie.
think I never.
It is
a quick movie. Very quick.
It's silly. It's not classic like Black Sheep and Tommy Boy and stuff, obviously, or even almost. Was it Almost Famous?
Almost, yeah. His final movie, Almost Heroes.
Almost Heroes was fucking hilarious, man. That's a fucking underrated movie right there, man. I'm mad people really don't go hard in the paint on that movie as they should. But
because that kind of got me too, CJ. Like, how is it that Beverly Hills Ninja like has higher stock than Almost Heroes? Like, Almost Heroes to me is a, like you said, it's a very underrated movie. It's very funny.
You know what?
And yet that movie being his last movie did not get the credit that it deserved.
Yeah.
I actually paused that on two fronts.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, and I'm just going to throw this out there. Maybe that's what we remember. We might need to watch that.
This is true.
Because a part of me is also thinking that thing probably was corny as fuck too. I don't know what's telling me that, but maybe we need to go back and watch it, guys. But anyway,
but the point is, this
hold on.
Oh, go ahead.
And on the flip side, it wasn't Almost Heroes. There's another movie that a lot of people don't talk about. It is one of his last movies, and Chris Farley, if they gave him one more minute, would have stolen the show. He was in Dirty Deeds.
Yes, yep. Dirty Deeds. That movie was great.
Because he got head bit by a Saigon whore. Nose biter. Time to pay the fiddler whore. Yo, the best part. This nigga had me dying. I remember I was smoking weed when I was watching this movie. I done damn near choked him on myself. This motherfucker was talking to the rats. You ever hear the story about the blind man that led the nigga?
Oh my God.
Like Chris Farley had me dying, yo.
So
if they gave him one more minute in that movie, that would have been it. That would have been his, man.
So the basis of Happy Gilmore is that Adam Sandler is playing Happy Gilmore, who is a horrible hockey player with the most powerful hockey shot ever, slap shot. And he has a grandmother who, basically took care of him and stuff. And
played by a white woman who I always see as a grandmother. I don't know.
She was the one that Jerry Seinfeld stole the bread from in Seinfeld.
Yeah, I know. She was she was also in like a bunch of movies. She was in I think she was in Pete and Pete. She was in everything. She was an old lady in everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So his grandmother didn't pay her taxes and owes the IRS was it $270,000. And he has to take her to a nursing home. Now, that's just he has to basically raise money to get her home back. Essentially, that's the nuts and bolts of this whole plot and stuff. And
that's what makes this movie. That's what makes this movie so quick.
Oh yeah, it's very straight to the point and stuff. And it's all these characters like Ben Stiller plays the nursing home person there, and he is actually pretty funny in this movie.
I like that handlebar mustache you got going on right there.
See, you called it the handlebar. I called it the 70s porn stash.
You know, no, we're both calling it the wrong thing. You know what we need to call theirs? Pussy getter.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just saying, man. I respect it, man. That's all I'm trying to say.
Best line ever is that when he said, "Good news, everybody. We're extending arts and crafts time by 4 hours today. My finger hurts. What's that? My finger hurts. Oh well, now your back's gonna hurt because you just got to pull landscaping duty. Anybody else's fingers hurt? I didn't think so."
I'm like, yo, they're working them like a sweatshop, man. Yo.
That was wild.
I'm laughing at this motherfucker because every time you see Happy will talk to her, he's like an earshot. Wow, that's amazing. Like, yo, Maya, he's just all of this.
Dude, just when she sat there, was like
psychopath, man.
Dude, just when she sat there and sat on the bed and was like, "Yeah, I like a nice warm glass of milk, and now make me go to sleep." Well, you're gonna shut your mouth and you're gonna go to sleep, or I'm gonna make you. I'm like, whoa.
It's like I'm gonna make you go to sleep.
Like, yo.
But that's the level of like just ridiculous that the movie goes. And Happy, again, he's not a good hockey player. He's very aggressive, but he is not a good hockey player. Can't even fucking skate for shit and stuff, even though he has a good slap shot and stuff.
This motherfucker trips. He just falls forward every time he skates. That's all. You just see him falling forward. And
it's like, how many times did he try it out? Like, 10 times.
It doesn't get any better each time, huh?
Yo, he can't get on the local minor league team. He can't get on nothing.
So,
like, he sucks.
So, Will Sasso and random black dude that's not Ari Spears, they're moving all the stuff out of, his grandma's house and stuff, and they're dicking around and stuff using one of the golf drivers. And he's like, "Hey, I'm trying to watch, get back and watch the hockey game." And it was like, "Well, how about this? You hit the ball farther than me, then we'll go on ahead and get back to work." Does it? Hits it 400 yards and breaks, one of the, the houses down the street's windows. And they're like, "Huh, that's a good shot. Bet you $20 you can't do it again." Hits it again.
This man hits it like 3 times. $20 in 1996 money.
Double or nothing.
I was about to say, y'all, that's $20 1996 money. That's $50.
The inflation. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's about $50. It's about $50 now. Yeah, like hell yeah. $50 say you can't do that shit again. That's a bet.
Hits the guy, and I laughed my ass off at that. Then it said double or nothing. Hits the wife on the second floor.
Falls out the window, rolls down the roof, and falls on the ground. I was like, haha, she broke her spine.
Now you want to now check this out, y'all. If this was done by the writers of The Simpsons, I guarantee if he were to hit it one more time, he would hit the golf ball, it would hit the house and cause the house to either tip over and explode.
Yeah.
Yo.
It would burst. Matter of fact, the ball would just hit the house and cause the roof to just burst into flames.
Yeah. So he does this, and he figures out, I can hustle people money at the local, at the driving range. Goes to the driving range, and he's making all this money. And that's where we meet Chubbs Peterson, played by our man, Apollo Creed, a.k.a. Carl Weathers.
And you know what I like about Carl Weathers in this position is he's not even caring about the person playing so horribly at the range.
That's great. That's awesome.
You're doing a good job. That's awesome. And he completely ignores him when he notices that Sandler is just washing everybody with these bets.
Oh, and also, he lost his hand to an alligator.
Again, this movie is very silly. It's very Adam Sandler.
Dude has a wooden hand and loses it.
But there is something I want to bring up about Adam Sandler, about Happy Gilmore as a character. And in fact, this made me realize two things. If I ever got into a fight and I needed two people as backup, I'm getting old-timey boxer Bob Barker and definitely Happy Gilmore.
Oh, we're gonna get to that because that whole thing was just wild. I remember watching it the first time. I was like, "Is that Price is Right, Bob? Wow, okay, he's fighting. Okay, this is happening and stuff."
But I mean, more so Happy Gilmore because, dude, we seen him when he didn't make the team and he starts beating the crap out of the dude in front of the hockey rink, right?
Yeah.
And he's taking on like the entire team.
Yeah, I mean, but also too, what had me rolling was when they show him he had all different jobs. He accidentally shoots his boss at the construction job in the head.
Yep.
Like old boy from the James Bond movie, The Jaws or whatever and shit. I fucking laughed at that shit, man. Oh, man. But just like he decides like, hey, you got a good swing. Maybe you should enter all these tournaments and stuff. Now, for those that don't know about golf, they're big money tournaments. And I think, I guess the lower you place, you still come out with a good, decent amount of money for the most part. And Gilmore's aim is essentially kind of stacking up all this winnings from all these lower tournaments to get his grandma's house back, basically. And he has all these big giant checks that I think D mentioned offline. Like he just puts in the back seat like it's nothing. Like, oh yeah, got all these old checks in the back seat of my car, because why not?
I thought that part was funny. I said, well, this is actually. This is a good montage. Is him just collecting giant checks.
Well, I mean, it's just that, and then he gets like a homeless person as his caddy.
That worked.
That takes all the quarters that people are using as a place where their ball's going to be when they actually like put the balls down to putt and stuff. And I was like, he's just taking the quarters, huh? All right.
Makes me wonder how many makes you wonder how much did he stack up on those quarters?
I don't know, but it was kind of random. It's just like, yeah, you homeless guy. Yeah, you're my caddy now. And it's like, okay, cool. I guess.
I mean, the man's got a heart of gold. He's like, hey, come on, man. The guy's just he's just trying to make a buck. He's just trying to get some food.
I mean,
so he said, you know what? They're like, oh, I need a caddy. Hey, homeless guy, you're my caddy.
Hey, Otto, you're my caddy. That was the homeless guy's name, Otto.
Otto.
It was random. It was like, oh, it's Otto, cool. It was just like his golf in and of itself is already just, it's a very straightforward game, new nuance, very quiet and stuff. And here you have this guy who is like upsetting the balance of being this loud, kind of like playing it up like it should be like every other sport where, hey, everybody needs a cheer. And like, he has a gimmick. And the gimmick is what's getting the ratings up for the golf and the PGA Tour and stuff now. And everybody likes it. And Shooter McGavin doesn't like it.
Being white people. Just being white people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's really what it is.
Everybody likes it. Like everybody likes it except for the most 90s the most 90s comedic villain that's in this movie.
Chris McDonald, aka not Joe Piscopo.
You know what? Chris McDonald surprised me out of nowhere in one role. I mean, he's done a lot of different things, man. He's a great actor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He has done a lot of different things, drama to comedy. And he's good at comedy, good at being that little, good at being asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's good at doing that. So, but out of nowhere, I was watching a regular show, and it was the character CJ, who was going out with, the girl that cloud girl who, went out with Mordecai.
Yeah.
Going out with Mordecai. You, Chris. I swear to God, y'all want to know how Chris is? Watch regular show. Watch Mordecai. That's dealing with Chris. That is dealing with Chris.
I mean, there's truth. But yeah, you're right.
There's real truth to that. Yeah, but anyway. Yeah, tall, all that shit. Anyway, but her dad was a putt champion. I was like,
putter.
I'm just sitting, and I'm just sitting there, just watching. Chris McDonald. Is that you?
I mean,
Shooter, is that you?
I'll tell you what. You know the weirdest movie that I saw him in? It was during that period of time we were getting these weird adaptations. He was Ward Cleaver in that fucking piece of shit Leave It to Beaver movie.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. I got a question. Was I the only one that watched Dennis the Menace like more than 5 times?
I actually thought Dennis the Menace was actually funny as shit.
I enjoyed Dennis the Menace.
Yeah, I did too at one point. Hey everybody, just real quick. I know you're like, oh, so 3 Black Youths is going to try to do it. Look at me. Fuck no. We're never.
I gotta talk about fucking Christopher Lloyd being the fucking rapey, dirty homeless dude trying to kidnap kids and shit in the most whitest town ever with Paul Winfield as the black sheriff protecting these white people.
Yo, and look at me, everybody. Look at me. Before you say, oh, Christopher Lloyd didn't rape no kid, his character raped kids, okay?
Oh, in a movie that was like, they pushed the angle of his bad guy where I'm like, did he touch a kid in this movie? I'm trying to remember. Maybe he did. I don't know.
Yo, he is way too deep for this goddamn movie.
I know, right? I was like, is this a Disney movie? Maybe I think it is a Disney movie. I don't know.
Anyway. Look, the only thing missing, now check this out. The only thing missing with Happy is like Ed and Eddie sound effects every time.
That is very true. I really needed Ed and Eddie sound effects with this movie.
Yeah, the only thing missing really was
I mean, because him shooting a thing, him having his antics and stuff, because Happy, he can shoot the ball, he can hit the ball 400 yards, no problem. His weakness, he can't putt for shit.
Not a goddamn.
But he learns.
No, he learns, but remember we were saying he stacks up all this money. He's not placing high despite him shooting the ball long because he's never like birdieing. He's always getting like over par and shit every goddamn time. So while he's getting like 25th place, he's winning like 6 G's.
Yep.
But he wins
he's one. Oh shit! No matter what I do, no matter where I place at, I'm gonna get money. Ours, awesome.
But like I told Sue this, you mentioned the whole idea of like he puts all the checks in the back of his fucking car.
I'm like, what type of ghetto shit is this?
That car though,
bruh.
These big ass fucking checks, man. I'm like, why? Why, Happy? What's the point?
And then the movie decides, hey, Happy needs a love interest, and it's Virginia Vinette. That's the love interest. She's the one that's like the public relations person for him, like the kind of like, since the PGA likes him, he's bringing in all the ratings and stuff. She's there to kind of like keep him from not getting stupid out there. Because
his handler.
Yeah, his handler.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing, he comes inside. Let's just be honest. That's what she ends up being.
I'm sorry, I didn't buy this connection whatsoever, but hey, it's Adam Sandler.
I'm sorry. No, look. I'll beat Eris to. I will beat Eris to it. Motherfucking great value Paige Torco over here.
Jesus Christ, I haven't heard that name in years.
Yeah, she really was great value Paige Torco for real.
Yeah, I'm sorry. No disrespect to the woman. But
I ain't gonna lie, man. I kind of like Paige.
I don't know who you are. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't know who you are.
Julie Bowen.
Hey, that's her. D, does she fit that list? Is she on that list of 90s actresses that showed up in like what was it, 3 movies and then disappeared?
Nah, she didn't disappear so much that she decided to just do TV shows for the rest of her career, which worked. So fuck it.
Whatever. Good for her, because like I said, I'm sorry. I just don't know you like that. I'm sorry. If you got a good career, I hope you do. Good for you. Yeah. I'm sorry that you had to have Shooter McGavin rub your ass when he was kissing on you in that.
I mean, no, she's actually she's in She's in Modern Family. So yeah, she's doing fine. She's doing perfect.
That's what I'm saying. Good for her.
Yeah, good for her. But like, it was just then, like you said, Great Value Page Turk. I'm like, I do not believe these two have a connection whatsoever. But okay, cool. Adam, it's your movie. What do I know, right?
I mean, look. Here's the funny thing. They had to give him like they had to be a little like, look, we got to give Happy his little treat to make him show that he has a softer side. We have to do that. They do that all the 90s comedy. They do that all the 90s comedies.
They did it to him in freaking Billy Madison with old girl that played fucking Sonya Blade.
Oh yeah. I didn't believe that romance either. Well, there was a little bit more connection.
Yeah, that's true. But like he's doing this and he's there, and again like Dee said, Chris McDonald plays great as like the foil of Shooter McGavin. He's the dickhead golfer, but it's funny.
This motherfucker like really I like how he actually pays somebody. He pays somebody. He calls him jackass over and over again, right? And the jackass.
I've seen that guy before because he's another character actor that I've seen in some movies too, like the Police Academy movies. I forgot what his name is too.
I remember seeing him in like a couple of like the
Joe
early
Flattery.
comedies.
That's who it is. Joe Flattery. That's who it is. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I remember seeing him in some comedies in the 90s, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But him and Happy just go back and forth. But he was perfect. I thought he was funny. But like the whole time that he's going in there, and the big thing, because Happy has to kind of basically keep his anger under control, or else the PGA will have no choice but to bounce him out of there. And that's why Shooter McGavin gets the heckler there to kind of like keep antagonizing him every tournament and stuff, to kind of get Happy to like blow his gasket and stuff, even when he misses putts and stuff. And he's just like, I want to kill him. I can't lose it though. I'm gonna lose this.
And I like how like when they go. Did we talk about what happened at the Pro-Am?
No, we didn't.
Yeah. So finally, he gets to the Pro-Am and he teams up with Bob Barker. Now, you know what? All right, look. For, I don't know, a very small bit of you, if you don't know who Bob Barker is, look him up. That's all I want to tell you. But this was funny because this was like Bob Barker was like clearly in his late 70s, and we like a lot of people didn't expect that Bob Barker's going to get into a fucking fist fight.
Dude, what started it, what had me rolling is this like, Happy's all like talking about the heckler. Man, that guy's driving me crazy. You know what's driving? Bob's like, you know what's driving me crazy? You not getting a ball in the damn hole. So don't push me, Bob. Ain't the time.
You know for a fact that this fight was coming.
Look, this octogenarian want all of that shit, nigga.
Dude, he said, I think you should be working at the snack bar, and that's when Happy flipped, like, you know what? Let's go.
like for real, Bob wanted every...
Oh, he wanted to smoke.
He wanted every ounce of that smoke.
Yo, he started...
Let me tell you something about Bob Barker, right?
The consistent punches. Whap, whap, whap.
You know what had me rolling though is that like Bob Barker, the way they had him fighting and stuff, I do appreciate the consistency in how he was throwing punches, because he did throw a punch like an old man would throw a punch. It wasn't like some like young stunt double doing the punch, and it was funny and Happy sold it.
Full on old timey style punch.
Yo, man, this motherfucker had an old school Jack Johnson fucking stand.
No, you want to know my favorite part of that fight was how like it was seeing Bob Barker countering punches, bro.
I don't know, man.
like Happy would swing on him. Bob would go full gin from Tekken, parry, and punch him right back.
Bruh, what had me rolling though was when fucking Happy fucking damn speared his ass and said the price is wrong, bitch.
I don't know why this make me laugh so hard. This is so stupid. Yo,
did you like the look on his face when Bob was laying on the ground? Like it was just that look on his face like, yeah, I'm out. Then you just see
the headbutt when Bob Barker looked like he was faking it, and he's like, God.
No, not that part. I'm talking about after the stunt double rolled down the hill, and it was right after he said the price is wrong. Like you just see him looking like he's out. Like, oh man, he just took out Bob Barker. You just see the arm of death just reach out. Undertaker arm reached up. It reached up and grabbed Happy Gilmore by the neck. I was like, yo, Bob, I ain't know you had reach like that.
Yo, nigga, that was purely, get the ambulance, but not for me.
Bruh, the kick to the face when Happy tried to get up.
That was good. That was priceless.
Bruh, he came back and kicked him in the face. I was like, well, there you go.
It's like, now you had enough. Walk off, turn back, bitch.
The price is right.
God, man.
Bitch.
Man.
I like the turn back though, bitch.
Oh man, so
that was stupid, nigga.
So,
oh my god, that fucking scene is so goddamn stupid,
what
man.
had me rolling though? Happy did a commercial for Subway because he got an endorsement deal. I fucking lost it on this shit.
All right, CJ, I gotta ask you a question. This is 1996. Because somebody who is, someone who just made the cut of being on the PGA Tour, do they really get an endorsement deal with Subway for $216,000?
I mean, I'm assuming that was just convenience of the movie, but maybe.
Because
hold
on. With him being suspended for that 1 month, it just took one endorsement deal.
I mean, usually that's something, to be honest and stuff, from what I hear, that's usually how it goes. Like, you get that big endorsement deal, like, you're straight.
And you know something? This was before Subway would come under fire a decade or so later.
This is before Jared. What are you talking about?
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
And here's the funny thing about that, though. When you look at it, actually, the second he get that endorsement, they're like, wow, did you get an endorsement? Yeah. And I talked to the bank, and I'm going to get the money next month, so everything's good. Yeah, okay.
It's like, we can get the house back.
Movie ends. Shooter McGavin gets his jacket. Hold up. And even better, Carl Weathers don't die.
Yep.
Yeah, so basically, here's what happens. Essentially, what happens is Gilmore ends up basically having a bet with Shooter, where because Shooter ends up buying his grandmother's house out of spite, basically.
Yeah, good old evil villain.
I own your grandmother's house.
Evil villain, petty.
Yeah. So basically,
it seems that this type of thing. It seems that I have your house now. You listen and obey me.
So basically, what ends up happening is Gilmore wins. He gets the house. Shooter wins. Gilmore got to quit the tour. So, because at this point, Chubbs basically kind of bounces out and stuff because, they have a falling out and stuff. And he decides, all right, I'm going to help you sit there and practice your putting. Once he actually starts practicing his putting, Gilmore gives him a head of the alligator that bit his hand, and he has Vietnam flashbacks and falls out of a window, which is the most random shit I have ever seen in a goddamn movie. I'm like, what?
How many times have we seen people fall from stuff in this movie and still live? Why is it that the black man has to die? They weren't that high up.
It was kind of funny. I used to be really, really bad that Carl Weathers died in this movie. And then no bullshit. The little scene where he was playing the piano in heaven and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I smiled. And I was like, oh.
Actually, that wasn't even... Oh, no, hold on, D. First of all, that wasn't even in heaven. That was Happy going to his happy place.
Yeah, Happy going to his happy place. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh.
And I thought to myself, oh, that's nice. I thought to myself, we're never going to see Carl. We're never going to see Carl. He's really dead, isn't he?
Dude,
I'm like,
I mean, I
no.
know I'm jumping ahead though. I like how like Happy sees fucking Chubbs and have on both his hands Abe Lincoln and a fucking alligator. That's the most random shit.
No. The midget cowboy is the one I got a question about.
I question that one too.
I'm not saying that you can't have one. That's in your happy place. That's cool. But why? Why is he there? I just want to know why. They'll make it.
And your grandma winning the slot machines.
Yo, man, I like it when as when they had that final when it comes to the final the final match, but they actually go through the whole weekend where they're partnered up at the end, right?
Yeah.
And I like how Shooter actually had enough headspace to actually hop into Happy's happy place.
Yep.
And I just like
because homegirl went from wearing the white with the two giant beer pitchers to rolling in with the black.
Yep.
And then she tosses them.
Shooter spins in, chest open, shirt chest open, two guns, bye Shooter.
You know what that reminded me of? You remember that shit in fucking Office Space where he was fucking when he was imagining his boss railing Jennifer Aniston with the fucking coffee mug and shit.
It's like, Peter, I like because you actually see the leg over his right shoulder, and he's like,
that's great.
And he's like, Peter, hey, if you could hand in your TPS reports on time, that would be great.
I fucking laugh at that scene because that's just how much dude, that was just the way, like, I mean, it was a 90s thing where it was always like a dream sequence that was just ridiculous and just over the top, man.
It was like, honestly, I miss that. I feel like it's a lost art. That is a lost art form to me. When you got somebody who's villain enough to get into your headspace, and the first thing that comes to your mind is, no matter whatever happy image you had in your life, because they got in your head, they always show up and they completely trash it.
Yeah, and I love how it's always the it's like almost the anime, like if it's like anything, like it's always that the girlfriend always like, oh, I want to go to him because he's a real man. It's always like that, and the guy's always like, no, like he has that headspace. He has that much of your fucking headspace. He has that much real estate in your fucking head, bro.
Oh my god!
I think the last time I saw good comedy dream sequences like that was Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
Bruh.
That's like that scene where Harold is knocked out after he falls from the from the cheetah, and when he fell from it, he gets knocked out, and he has the most hilarious dream sequence, and he's thinking that he's making out with his dream girl. Come to find out, Kumar's licking his face. So why would you do that? Well, I figured if I did some gay stuff, you'd wake up.
Bruh, you know what was funny? So I mentioned the fact that, Happy, before he got really big at golf, he worked at all these jobs, right? And he shot the nail in his boss's head at the construction thing. His boss beat the shit out of him and stuff, right? I'm laughing. He gets famous as a golfer, and his boss rolls up there and still got the goddamn nail in his head.
He's like, hey, I know we had our differences, but it's okay. Like, doctor says I can take the nail out in 2 days.
We're proud of you, Happy.
I love Shooter. Like, I love Shooter when he tries to insult him, but he doesn't realize how ginormous this guy is. He goes like, all right, whatever you say, you moron. Oh my god!
Just turns around and walks off like, nope, get out of here, gotta go.
Oh man, I like how you said later on. You said I had to shoot my ball off that Frankenstein man.
No, the best one. Best one. When his handler was like, "Yeah, you gotta beat him. You gotta beat him on the course. Yeah, I want to beat your ass on the course. Yeah." And Grizzly Adams had a beard, and then some random person, Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
You know, the whole time I'm looking at Shooter going, you're not particularly too good at being a villain in this movie, are you?
You know, your wit actually is. You know, to be honest with you, you know what? I don't know why motherfucking Happy's even intimidated by you, to be honest with you.
Well, he wasn't, because remember the what was it, the late night, like the late night on the ninth hole at 9:30. That when he hit it with that trick, he went looking for him, and it's like, hey, what happened? Where you going? Like, hey, like, you seen Shooter around? Like, no, I think he might be over at someplace. Like, good, because I got to go over there and beat the crap out of him.
hey, guys,
dude,
but we have to recognize. We have to recognize
again.
Yeah.
Again, Happy has no problem running fades.
No problem.
All I'm saying
Zero.
is Happy is also progressive, because I like how Chubbs was like, yeah, Sports Illustrated said I was gonna be the next Arnold Palmer. Oh, what happened? They wouldn't let me play on the Pro Tour anymore. Oh, I'm sorry, man. You black? Nah, alligator bit my hand off.
I'm like, no.
I don't know why. I remember my dad cracking up hearing that and seeing the fucking wooded hand.
I'm just laughing. There was something in me that laughed because Happy went straight to, oh, I'm sorry, man. Is it because you're black? And it's like, hell no. Alligator bit my hand off.
Here's the thing. Gotta give it up to Happy. At least he understands it. Like, oh man, it's because you black, isn't it? like Happy, like, dude, that sucks. Like, if it was up to me, I'll let you in, man. I'm sorry, dude. You know, I understand those white people. We understand you white people.
Yeah.
But so that was nice to know that Happy's one of them. Happy, don't don't ask Happy what he thinks about, you know, black people in police, because like, I like, no, that's too deep. That's too deep. Just be proud of this moment that he recognized.
It's like how everybody now, it's like, Undertaker's Blue Lives Matter. Yeah, but he likes black people, you know.
Like, he likes black people. Look, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
He dabbed up Booker T in the back, all right? Let us get this win, all right? Jesus. That's me rationalizing that shit. Like, come on, man. Come on.
Well, come on, man. Look at me. If he hated black people, I got a question. If he hated black people so much, then why is he even find no black people? See, he don't want to be a part of the problem. See what I'm saying?
But you gotta understand, he hired 3 black people as part of the ministry, so we won.
You know what I'm saying?
This guy is wearing a dashiki while he's saying this, isn't he?
Yeah, pretty much.
I figured so.
I know you said we should be watching television made by white people. I didn't say that shit. You see, y'all putting words in my mouth.
Dashiki,
I just don't know about wrestling.
Dashiki with the John Cena shirt underneath the dashiki.
The whitest of wrestlers.
He's like, I don't see white because I can't see him. You see.
See, he's clear to me, brothers. Because he understands the white man's game, because he preaches loyalty, hustle, and respect. If you open up the book, it's just a book. It's just like a 4-page, pamphlet.
I just caught that.
Oh my God, man.
He teaches us loyalty and respect. And you want to know the most amazing part is? You can't see him.
Yeah.
What also is in 3s? Father, Spirit, Holy Ghost. See what I'm saying, my niggas?
There you go.
What's also on 3s? Pyramid. Who built the pyramids? Black men. Kings, nigga.
Mind explosion.
Look, here's me. So you tell me that the black Israelites are John Cena fans?
Bingo. Son of a bitch. I'm in.
I knew.
They're John Cena fans, and ironically, they listen to. They really love that song "Money, Power, Respect."
It's like, John, did you hear about this? The black Israelites like you. Like, here's John. Yeah. Also half of ISIS. You'd be amazed who love it.
Oh man. So happy and shooter. So happy and shooter. One of the most wackiest of endings, and that's saying a lot for an Adam Sandler movie. Happy has to use his putt golf skills because I think old boy that was heckling ran his car into the TV tower, and it crashed in the 18th hole in some weird like putt golf way. And Happy has to literally use his skills that he learned from Chubbs to get it into the hole and win.
Yeah, and two dumb assholes try to climb up top of the motherfucking tower, which was only being supported by the car.
2D? That was a good 8.
Oh yeah, I forgot because white people are stupid.
You say that, and
the structure will be fine. Structure will be fine. Anytime I hear a white person use the word structure, I'm like, no, because you can't even say it in a regular tone. You got to be a smart ass about it. You don't know shit, do you?
I mean, is it any different than old boy that when Limp Bizkit won the MTV Awards jumped onto the fucking stage and shit and was on the fucking thing rocking back and forth, and I'm like, white people, of course. Why wouldn't it?
They gotta be the one.
You know what?
It's like I get you like Rage Against the Machine, man, but it's Limp Bizkit. They were gonna win. It is what it is, my guy.
Yo, but look, I like how the one thing that got me though was I was telling myself we even when him and Chubbs were at the putt, earlier, and I was looking at this shit like, so you mean to tell me that going through 18 holes of this, and also if you realize when you look at the 18 holes that Happy went through, he got fucking demolished by this shit. Yep. Where was the fucking growth at? I don't know, but whatever. Because Chubbs is deaf, they gave him like 8 experience, and it also gave him a +9 on putting. Now, I guess that was just enough for him to make an easy close shot. Because, be honest with you, Happy made a lot of close shots. You know what I mean? Yep. So, yeah.
I mean,
look, I'm trying to bring a little bit of sporting knowledge into this. Let me be real with you. When it comes to golf, I don't care. I like Tiger. That's it.
Hey, I'm gonna be real.
That's it.
The closest
Chris is the same.
I'm the same, but like I'm the guy that look. I know the running joke of Working Title Sports Show on 3BG is that I'm a huge fan of Neo Turfmaster and stuff. I still am. I'm a fan of Mario Golf, and I'm also a fan of the Golf and the Yakuza games because those shits are fun. But if you ask me right now,
golf and the Yakuza game. Which Yakuza game has the golf?
3, and the rest are like the driving range ones. 3 is the actual golf. 3 is the actual golf course, and 4, 5, 6 are the ones that you're at the golf range. And you said 0, I believe.
0 doesn't have one.
Okay, so it's just the golf range and stuff. So, but yeah, it's one of those things with being golf where it's like, hey Chris, you want to go out and play golf? Not really. I'm good.
Have you ever played golf though?
I tried it one time with my uncles and stuff during a family reunion, and I played a little bit of it, and I was like, this ain't for me. I mean, it's enjoyable to watch on TV. It's just I can't. To me, it just felt like an excuse for them just to hang out, which I get, because I mean, shit, we do it all the time. We just find different ways of hanging out and shit, whatever and stuff.
My pops tried to do it when I was like when I was like a teenager. He tried it for about a year. Yeah.
But
he goes every now and then.
Funny enough, let me ask you this though.
But my dad only plays 9 holes. He only plays half the course.
Funny enough,
and a lot of people That's all a lot of people can do, man. Because 18, man. Oh my God, man.
Let me ask you this, since we're talking golf.
That's 3 hours of your life, bro.
So me and Sue know at Sarasville, we had a golf team that was only like 2 people. Did Crossland have a golf team? Even because I think you only need 1 person to be a golf team. To be honest,
we had if I'm mistaken, I knew one. He was a proctor.
Okay.
And I had to throw that out there. I'm sorry. Look, that's DMV shit right there, y'all.
That sounds like some snitch shit. Like he's a proctor, man. It's like, damn.
He was not there. Come on, there. Shut the fuck up. Look, I said it the right way. But I knew one. But I knew him. He was cool. Okay. He was cool though. He was one of the coolest, I think. Yeah. But the other, but I knew of the team. There were at least like 2 or there was at least 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know, but he was on all 3 years while I was in school with him.
I totally, because folks don't understand is like, I did not know how easy it is just to have a golf team in this area until somebody, I think I asked the coach for our wrestling team. I was like, how does one have a golfing team? He's like, well, you technically really only need 1 person on a golf team in PG County. I was like, wow, are you serious? He's like, yeah, this is 1 person. That's it.
Look, and also, I didn't know until my dad started playing golf that there was a golf course in Temple Hills.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I know it. I was like, wow.
Technically, we pass by it every time we go to Full Gospel. If you go on Temple Hills Road, it's like, oh, it's a golf course. Huh.
I think I think this probably doesn't count for me, but only time I actually ever did play golf was my business trip out to Sunnyvale, California, and I went to Sunnyvale. Was it the Sunnyvale Golf Land?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've all putt golf many times and stuff.
I like going putt golf, but I have not gone as an adult, and I have not taken my kids yet.
I went to the golf course. The one that I did go to, the one that I went with my uncles, it was at the Glendale one.
Wow, I have not. God, there's one. Ain't there? There's one in Waldorf, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the one in Waldorf. It's Waldorf, so I think they might be. I think it's 2 of them in Waldorf, to be honest, which makes sense because Waldorf is just fucking woods and shit. So there you go.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just always funny to me, like golf being the easiest thing. Like if you were even decent and stuff, it's like always open up like the local sports page, and it's like, oh, Sarasville actually has a decent golf team of 2 people. Huh. Interesting.
Oh man, but I do remember there being a golf team. So yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we still haven't gotten to the goddamn end. Let's hear
18th hole.
Hammer it out.
Putt
He putted in, goes in. Yeah. Credits.
Jedi goes.
Credits.
Jedi
No. Shooter takes the jacket, put it on, runs away. Mom kills him, probably anally rapes him with a stick.
Oh, it's the typical kind of like movie where it's like the mom is crowding around him, and I'm like, so yeah.
Wins.
Mr. Larson clearly killed Shooter McGaffin, obviously.
And got away with it.
Got away with murder, I'm pretty sure, because that's how Adam Sandler's movies rolls. It'd be casual murder, and it's like, but guys, comedy, right?
Hey, I know what you're about to say, but here's the thing. When Shooter McGavin died and that whole little thing about the guy that killed him, yeah, that was a big deal. But during that whole little thing, during that trial, we found out that Shooter owed a lot of money to the IRS. In fact, there's an actual rumor going around that he was actually an informant for the FBI. There's a big sting operation in the PGA. So I don't know. That's all I can really say. There's a lot of shit that came out about.
I find it funny too that Chubbs pops back up in Little Nicky as Chubbs. Carl Weathers pops back up as Chubbs and Little Nicky up in heaven.
I was like, so Carl Weathers just had nothing to do.
So, hey, Carl, you want to be in Little Nicky? Sure. Who am I playing? Chubbs from Happy Gilmore. All right, cool.
They connected.
Get to stand next to Reese Witherspoon. All right, cool. Bet. Awesome.
So it's in so they exist in the same universe. Super.
Great.
Super.
Hey,
So
I'm happy for Carl Weathers though. Just the fact that he's in the Mandalorian, like Mando.
it's great. It is great that Carl Weathers still has a strong career, man. I love that, man. And you know the one thing I really love, and it's kind of funny. This is a good way to end our show, because I remember talking about it like in the first couple episodes of our show. Carl Weathers is a part of one of my favorite commercials in the NFL, and that was him giving advice like a coach, and he'll just bust through the fucking screen. Here we go. Like, that shit. I love those commercials. So it's like, I kind of thought it was cool. I remember saying that before. So Chris mentioned to me that, hey D, we're coming up to 100. And there's no sports going on.
I told D this, and D was like, okay. And then I didn't think about it until after. I was like, oh shit, there's no sports. I don't know. I really don't know. This is uncharted territory.
God.
This is the worst time to have 100th episode of a sports show, and it's like, there's no goddamn sports.
Finally, COVID-19 has fucking... God damn it. Oh, you got my show, you son of a bitch. I have nothing.
The slaughter is real.
Oh,
we'll figure something out, D. I feel we'll figure something out.
So 100 episodes. I gotta be real with you, Chris. Yeah, some of those numbers are kind of inflated because, let's just be honest, the NFL season. But
man, you just dry snitched on us on that one. You know that, right?
Look, Chris, I am proud to made to 100 episodes, and I am also proud Chris Harris has been at least three or four episodes. 3?
Hey man, why don't we just make it an even 5 when we do Michael Jordan Come Fly With Me?
There you go.
Oh no! Oh my God, that's a good one for 100. No!
You know what?
Fuck!
Do you know what?
Fuck!
You know what? Okay.
We do have something.
This is an idea.
Yes, we do.
This is an idea to go along with that. The episode should be literally about Michael Jordan and his effect on us growing up.
There you go.
Oh, do we do an MJ show?
Look, we did a Michael Jackson show. Might as well do a Michael
Thank you.
Jordan show.
100 episode. Do we do a Mike? I have to agree.
And they appeared in the video together.
Yo, I agree. So I'm going to put that. That's going to be our next one. I don't know when it's coming out, but yeah, that will be a definite one for 100. Yeah, Michael Jordan. That's our next.
Trust me. Look, as somebody that's a Jordan fan, I have plenty of stories. I think all three of us can talk about the stories of being on ground when he came to the Wizards and going to those games and just like feeling a little dying inside when that happened.
I mean, wow. Yeah, we have a connection here in DC to Michael Jordan, and it's on multiple levels, yeah. Shit, I wish I could. Look, whatever. Yeah, that's definitely going to be the next episode.
Yeah.
So yeah. We done.
Happy Gilmore, guys. We're done. And hope you guys keep it safe. I hope you keep your sanity. You better pray to God that the NFL comes back. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know, right? XFL gone. Peace. RIP. It was beautiful.
It was beautiful. I'm just saying, just saying. I just need the scene to happen where, Donald Trump gets taken out to a cornfield and beaten with a bat by Jerry Jones and Robert Kraft. I'd be straight. I'd be happy. I'd be great.
No, I just thought when you said go into a cornfield, he runs to a cornfield, you just see a whole bunch of crows like fly into the cornfield, and then everybody runs into the middle of the cornfield, and you see nothing on the ground except his wig. It's like, yo, the crows ate that nigga.
It's and I'm gonna set the stage.
See, after a while, let's see what a lot of people don't understand is it took a while for us to get over the whole COVID thing. I had to get out of town. I just got a hold of a lot of the people that I fired they called me back and said it was no hard feelings, and we had to meet out somewhere way out where nobody else would ever see us. You know, because it was way too hot to go back to the White House. I had to get away from there.
I brought my son here.
Like I took like I even like let me finish. Like I brought my son with me as well, and like I left Ivanka back at the White House. Like she wouldn't even notice. It doesn't really matter. It like the whole thing really doesn't matter. And in the end, the only thing that matters is
You and your fucking son.
Dude, that's fucking Jerry Jones. You and your fucking son.
No. Here's the twist. Rex Tillerson. You and your like yo.
Actually, D, no. You know what would make it even better? It'd be the one person who should have been doing it the whole time, Dr. Fauci.
Meanwhile, plot twist. Coming out of the fucking cornfield is Colin Kaepernick watching all this transpire.
Hold on, taking a knee. Taking a knee while two lesbians have sex on the top of a Japanese car.
Oh my Lord.
While black transvestite sings the national anthem. That
America.
Anyway, next episode, 100 episode, Michael Jackson.
I mean, you know, they're still the greatest of all time. It's just, you know, without the both got controversy. So yeah, you know what? It's about equal. Oh man, that's it.